G'day and welcome to Wine Week. As you know, I'm Brad Payton, but I'm here at the lovely Donovan's with Luke Skeer. Welcome, Luke.
Thank you.
Luke is one of the winemakers with Sue Hodder at Wynns. And now let's kick off, Luke, by giving me a bit of background from your winemaking career.
Yep, I got into wine quite young. I was fairly fortunate. I actually grew up in Coonawarra. Yep. I'm a fourth generation local in Coonawarra. There's only actually 32 people living in Coonawarra at the moment. So
32?
And that's not counting my dog, but there is. We are quite a small, isolated community. But yeah, we hang our hat on producing quality wine. So,
yeah. And how long have you been at Wynns for?
I've been back there for about 3 years now. I did work in McLaren Vale for a couple of years. I did study in Adelaide, and then I have been to Bordeaux and the Barossa, and back home now to Coonawarra.
Yeah.
So.
And give viewers a bit of an understanding of how you and Sue kind of work together as the winemaking team.
Sure. So at Wynns, Sue is the chief winemaker, and there's Sarah Pigeon and myself. So I guess Sue has the leading reins of the winery and the label, but we make all our wines as a collaborative team. So we sort of discuss things and talk about things and ensure that the style and the quality is always upheld.
Mm. Now, we've got a wine in our hands here, the Black Label,
yes.
which is a bit of an institution, to be honest, in Australian winemaking.
Yes.
Now, give us a bit of an understanding of the philosophy that you guys use in putting this together sort of year after year.
Sure. The Black Label is our most important wine. It is our 54th vintage, the 2009, so it's been around a long time. It's on the Langton's list, so it's the 6th most collected wine in Australia. It is very special, and it all is about quality, Coonawarra and Cabernet. So it's a benchmark. So it's all about vibrant tannins, longevity. It's a wine that can be drank now because the tannins are quite soft and quite lively, but it can be drunk in 8 to 15 years as well. It really depends on the drinker and what they like. If they like their vibrant fresh wines, or they like the more developed characters of an older Cabernet.
And look, one of the things, I mean, we featured the 2008 of the Wynns Cabernet, the Black Label, probably about 6 months ago on the show, and we remarked at the time that it's an amazing wine, value for money wise. Sure. It's still, it hasn't crept up too much in price over the years, and it's a wine that, as you say, can be either drunk now, but it will sell for 10, 20, 30 years sometimes.
Correct, yeah, and it all comes back to our vineyards. Like, the average age that goes into the Black Label is 33 years, right. So that's vineyard age. So
yep.
They are quite old, established vineyards. So we use the top 25% of Cabernet from our vintage to go into the Black Label. So it is special, and we don't want to push up the price. We have such a strong following, especially here in Melbourne. A lot of we call Melbourne Winstown, which is great. We love coming over here and showing our wines because we get such great support.
Yeah. So we've got Wynns Day coming up, which is the launch of these new releases. So this is the 2009. How do you think it compares to the 08?
It's great. The 09 vintage versus the 08, there was very little difference. Right. And I guess because it is the top 25%, there is subtle differences, but that comes back to the region and the variety for that given year, and it is a benchmark for any given vintage. So it's important that there are subtle differences, but I think it stacks up, easily as well as the 08.
Very good. All right. Well, we are going to go and taste more from the Wynns range, but look out for this 09 when it hits the shelves soon.
Thank you.